What is up, guys? Chunky back here on my channel. I'm finally back for another film review. This time I'm reviewing Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now, Fantastic Beasts is not necessarily a Harry Potter sequel. Even though it's set in the same universe, this has nothing to do with Harry Potter as a character, but it tackles some of the lore and some of the issues that are seen in the Harry Potter films. With that said, this is a completely new film. It's a new script. This is scripted by J.K. Rowling. It is based off J.K. Rowling's writing and her screenplay, but then again, this is based off a completely original idea. So with that said, fans of Harry Potter universe are really going in fresh this time. This plot's based around a character called Newt Scamander. Now, Newt is an animal lover. So being set in the year 1926, Newt is sent all the way from Hogwarts, all the way to New York City on official Hogwarts business. I won't really explain what that's about. All I'll explain is the basic gist of the plot is once Newt gets to New York, he runs into a few characters that we're going to spend the rest of the film with, and one thing leads to another, and all of Newt's animals that he contains inside his briefcase escape. The plot of the film, let's find these animals, let's get them back in the case. That's all I'm going to say as far as the plot goes. The plot does have a converging storyline. There's two storylines that eventually kind of meld into one. I won't explain what that is. All I'm going to explain is we're on the hunt for these beasts that have escaped from the briefcase. Now, before I go into what I did like about this film, I'm actually going to start with what I didn't like. And I'll get to why, because even though I didn't like certain aspects of the film, I'm going to explain why in the positives, because they are justified in some way. Now, the first negative I have with this film is there's some odd pacing. Now, the film does get off to a slower start compared to its third act. So before the third act, basically, we've got a lot of exposition. We're seeing these characters introduced to each other, kind of socializing with one another, getting to know each other, and those scenes are particularly slow. However, it's mismatched by the really exciting chase scenes and the really kind of over-the-top moments where we meet these beasts and we're chasing these beasts, trying to get them back in the case. It's very uneven in those parts, and especially when it's transitioning to the catching of specific beasts and then the actual conversations between the characters, there's a bit of unevenness there in tone. When they get to know each other, these scenes are kind of bland, and some of the jokes that are made in these scenes kind of fall flat. However, as far as the negatives go, that's kind of all I had. The rest of the film, as a Harry Potter fan, I loved. Now, the thing is, most of the humour that actually comes from this film is from a character called Jacob Kowalski. Now, Jacob Kowalski, played by Dan Fogler, is pretty much the muggle of this film. And they call muggles, in America, they call them no mages, no magic. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, amongst this team, we have Newt Scamander, played by Eddie Redmayne, Porpentine Goldstein, played by Catherine Watson, who's kind of like an aura, a past magic cop, if you will. And Queenie Goldstein, played by Fine Frenzy, who's Porpentine's sister. So they're kind of all in this one team, and they're all brought together through different reasons to find and catch these beasts. Now, Jacob Kowalski is pretty much the main source of humour, because he's the audience. He's the one who's getting exposed to all this magic for the first time, and it's all wondrous and it's all exciting. So I believe that worked, because as we're watching the film and we're exposed to these animals and we're going inside the briefcase for the first time, it's quite awe-inspiring. You are really looking at it like you're like, wow, what the hell? Oh, that's actually so cool. And even they're exposed to magic through the films, as far as the Harry Potter films go, this is a different side. We're looking into the deeper lore, we're looking into the history of magic itself, and that's great because it's a different side of what we haven't seen before. The beast sequences themselves, a lot of chase sequences, action sequences, they're actually quite entertaining. I didn't mind them, to be honest. As far as the first and second act breaking up, you know, the blander scenes, when the beasts aren't involved, when these scenes come around, guys, they're very fun and exciting. And without getting into too much spoilers, the third act of this film, when the two converging storylines finally melt together to one, it was actually quite entertaining. The pace does pick up, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, and you're actually invested in the characters that you've gotten to know, you know, over the course of the film, which is why the chemistry between the main characters that we see in this, you know, this gang is so good. And it just adds to the film that much more. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want it to be too long. I've already gone about 6 minutes. All in all, guys, if you're a Harry Potter fan, go watch this film. For the reason that I am a Harry Potter fan, and the negatives of the film, while definitely present, didn't actually deter me that much from the film, this is a solid watch, guys. Harry Potter fans, go see this film. You'll actually love it. It's going to give you everything that you hoped for. Casual film fans might not appreciate that much, especially if you're not a Harry Potter fan. You're not going to get the little references to the lore and to the characters of past films, but you'll enjoy this nonetheless. It's actually visually entertaining. It's got some humor to entertain everyone. It's not too dark, although some young kids might get a bit freaked out by some of the scenes in this film. However, guys, go watch this film. It's entertaining to say the least, and I'm looking forward to hopefully another 4 films in this new franchise. With that said, guys, this is all from me today. If you watched the video, you enjoyed what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video, watch the video, comment on the video if you've seen Fantastic Beasts already and you have an opinion, guys. Once again, this is Chunky. I shall see you soon on Chunky's Reviews.